Hello everyone. In the previous session, I have taught Rabindranath Tagore's poem, Leave This Singing and Chanting. Today, I am going to teach the poem My Heart Leaps Up, written by William Wordsworth. See the objectives before going to learn the poem. To know about the poet, this is the first objective. The second one is to understand the critical analysis of the poem. And the third is to know the literary devices or figures of speech. In the next slide, I'm going to talk about the poet William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was born in 1770 and died in 1850. He was born in the Lake District in England, and he was the son of an attorney. Attorney means a legal advisor, or we can say lawyer. The poem gives the description of the nature, and the poet describes the different periods of his life vividly in his work, The Prelude. The Prelude is the most important work of William Wordsworth. In 1795, after receiving a legacy, Wordsworth lived with his sister, Dorothy, first in Dorset and then in the Lake District, close to his friend and fellow poet, Coleridge, S.T. Coleridge. See, the most important part of his life that Wordsworth and Coleridge published a collection of poems called the Lyrical Ballads, and in 1800 came out with the second edition of the same. The Lyrical Ballads is the most important work. The poems of the collection were marked differently from those of Wordsworth's predecessors, and the preface led out to a manifesto for what would soon be called the Romantic Age. See the characteristics of Romantic Age: idealism, escapism, a return to God and to nature. The next thing, poems in 2 volumes in 1807, which included the poems Resolution and Independence and Intimations of Immortality from Recollections of Early Childhood. Here, we have to remember that the last one, Intimations of Immortality from Recollections of Early Childhood, that is also included in poems in 2 volumes. This is the information about the poet William Wordsworth. Now see what is given here in this poem. What is the gist in the poem? What is the theme of the poem? See the description. The poem is written on 26 March 1802 and published in 1807. This poem addresses the themes found in Tintern Abbey and ode intimations of immortality in a much more concise way in a short form, or we can say in a small pocket. Wordsworth captures the innocent joy and wonder of a child on seeing a rainbow, and talks about how he has held on to it even as an adult. He wishes to never lose these pure feelings. He feels that if he stops having a sense of wonder or surprised, then being alive would not be really matter. So for him, this is the most natural state of piety, goodness, and worship and nature. Man's first cathedral. Then I'm going to read the poem and then I will explain it line by line. See, present poem, My Heart Leaps Up, which is written by William Wordsworth. My heart leaps up when I behold a rainbow in the sky. So was it when my life began. So is it now? I am a man. So be it when I shall grow old, or let me die. The child is father of the man, and I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural piety. The poem contains 9 lines, and here leap means to spring, to bound upward from, or as if from the ground. Here, poet tells in the first line that my heart leaps up. He becomes very happy when he sees a rainbow in the sky. See the first line, my heart means poet's heart leaps up, jumps up, spring, to spring upward from ground. And here, behold means to see. Here I have given the meaning of difficult words at the bottom of the slide. Uh, behold means to see. When he sees the rainbow in the sky, that time his heart leaps up. See the joy of that moment, or see the nature, how a man becomes happy in the beautiful nature. So was it when my life began? The third line is written in the past tense. So was. But before that, poet uh, started the first line, my heart leaps up. Here he has used the simple present tense. And in the third line, he has used past tense. And he says, when my life began, means he is going to remember his childhood. And when he was small, when he was a small boy, he used to enjoy that. And now he says that, so is it now I am a man? Now he has become a man, an adult, means from childhood to an adulthood. He is talking about his journey from the childhood to a manhood. And he says, now he is a man. But before that, he used to say that when he was a small boy, he used to see a rainbow in the sky and enjoyed a lot from that. So, be it when I shall grow old. So he says that about the future. He is now talking about the future when he will become old. That time he doesn't like to lose that beauty, that joy of the nature. So he says that if he will not take that beauty, that joy, then his life will be or shall be like a dead person. Or he wants to say us that there should not be the life without nature, without the nature, without the beauty of nature, the life would not be uh, alive. And the next line, the child is father of the man. Here, poet has given his controversial views about uh, the statement, the child is father of the man, means he wants to tell us that we have to take the joy as a child. But when we become a little bit older, we lose that. And so poet wants to tell us uh, the child is father of the man. In that sense, we have to take our enjoyment or the sense of beauty with us like a child. And I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural piety. Here, at the ending lines, poet wishes that he does not want to lose his days and he wants to be bound by natural piety. Here he wants to be like a good person. There should be some virtues like devotion, spirituality, are the combination of both spirituality and devotion. So here in this line, we come to know that poet wishes that his life should be bound to each by natural piety. There should be generousness, there should be beauty, there should be nature in life. Throughout the poem, poet William Wordsworth has talked about the beauty of nature, and from his childhood to an adulthood, he wants to be with nature without losing the sense of enjoyment. Then I'm going to uh, talk about the literary devices or figures of speech. In the first line, we see the literary device metaphor, the phrase, my heart leaps up. In this phrase, do you find really his heart leaps up? No, he doesn't talk literally. He says that his heart becomes very happy, and actually the heart lives inside the body and it is fixed there. But poet says that my heart leaps up, he becomes very happy. Then see the next literary device, that is imagery, rainbow in the sky. When poet sees a rainbow in the sky, he becomes very happy. A rainbow is the image which gives the joy to the poet. Then see some uses of rhyme schemes to create a sense of rhythm, such as in behold old began man, and the other element, parallelism. In the repetition or repetitive structure of the three lines that deal with the past, then present and future. So it was, then so it is, or so be it. See the use uh, in the past, present, and future. Through that, poet wants to emphasize the eternal things, and he do not want to lose that. It reflects the idea that the poet's attitude towards the rainbow will never change. It will be, it was, it is. Then uh, we can find that the use of exclamation uh, in the line, or let me die. See the exclamatory mark. When we show the surprise, that time we use that. Here poet is showing us his strong feelings about the nature. Without the beauty or without that, his life will no more, or let me die. And here he wants to show us his strong desires. Strongly, the poet feels about finding joy in a rainbow also. Then anaphora. Here, phrases begin with the same or similar word or successive phrases. The examples I have given here. So was it when my life began. So is it now I am a man. So be it when I shall grow old, or let me die. These are some words. So 3 lines began with the word, the similar word. So. Then William Wordsworth has used another figure of speech, that is hyperbole. Hyperbole means we talk in an exaggerative way, in excessively. See, or let me die. This is the example. The use of hyperbole. Uh, he doesn't literally die, but he has expressed his feelings through that hyperbole. And the last one, the line number seventh one, and after that, 8 and 9 lines are also there, and a paradoxical statement. What is the paradoxical? Paradoxical means here we can take the two meanings or controversial statement. The child is the father of the man. Here, Wordsworth is speaking figuratively and not literally. So he says that the child is uh, a small baby, and how can a man learn from him? The journey of man's life begins with childhood. So, in that sense, he says that child is the father of man, or he reinforced that to show us the joy and the innocence of the child. Then I am going to tell you in brief about the summary of this poem. My heart lifts up. Throughout the poem, poet has described the pure delight of nature, the happiness of nature, and he remembers an experience of child when he was a small boy. He used to see a rainbow in the sky, and he has taken a lot of joy, enjoyment from the nature. And in other words, we can say that poet shows love for nature, and throughout the poem he has described the beauty of nature. At the ending part of the poem, he says that a child is the man of the father, is the child is the father of the man. And through that statement, he has shown us the attitude towards life. And he has used very effectively some literary devices, figures of speech to show us the meaning of the poem. This is about the summary. In the next lecture, I'm going to teach the poem Ozymandias, and the poet is P.B. Shelley. In your textbook or literary gleam, you will find that on page number 109 to 103. So this is enough for today's lecture. In the next lecture, I will meet.